everybody, and welcome back onto the platform, the show where we do stories with no thought whatsoever. And welcome to episode 20, Sharing Spectacular! Woo! I've never been more excited for anything in my life, including the birth of my first child.
Me neither. I'm so excited. I love sharing, and I love the platform, and I love you.
And we love you.
Put it in
the canon. Put it on the wiki. I have a son.
You have a son.
I have a son. His name is Bane.
Bane?
Bane.
Oh.
Like the Batman villain.
Oh, we should have him on sometime.
He's 2.
He's too good, you're right.
He's too good for this horrible show.
True. By the way, I don't know if we mentioned who we are, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm Ryan.
I'm Kevin.
Hello. Well, as is tradition, every 10 episodes we share a little bit about ourselves. But before we do that, how are you doing, Kevin? Anything really funny happen in your life that you want to share with the people at home? Why are you looking at me like that?
Anything really funny? Let's see.
Yeah. Do you, slip on a banana peel? Do you get hit with a pie?
I haven't been doing a lot of clown antics.
Falling behind on your quota.
I am, I know.
The quarterly clowning has never looked worse.
I had soup this morning for breakfast.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, like Campbell's vegetable soup for breakfast.
Breakfast soup.
Yeah.
Nothing says there's no laws.
Well, let's not get too hasty.
But more specifically, I should clarify, I suppose, that there's no laws saying what you need to have for breakfast.
Uh-huh.
You can have salad for breakfast.
That's wrong.
I know it feels wrong, but it's not technically.
Well, okay.
The IRS can't touch you.
Sure, the IRS can't touch you, but I can touch you with my hands on your neck if you eat a salad.
That's true. What if I want to puke in the morning?
Why don't you tell me what you've been up to? Have you done anything funny?
Have I done anything funny? A scab fell off of my toe last night. I really whacked my toe a couple weeks or maybe a month ago now.
Oh boy.
To the point where I not to be too graphic, but I did a bit of damage.
Oh gosh.
It's been healing nicely, and last night a whole kind of outward flake of it that was all scab just kind of popped off, and now I have a beautiful new toe.
Isn't that wild that our bodies do that?
Isn't the human body an amazing machine?
I agree.
Well, what would you like to share with everybody at home? What's one personal thing about you that you want to share?
I'll share something personal about myself. Well, maybe I don't know if you had an idea of what you were going to share already, but there's something we could share together.
For context, we're now holding hands.
We could talk a little bit about how we met.
We could talk about that. Didn't we already mention that? Very briefly. We didn't go into detail.
Would you like to talk about how we met, darling?
Sure, my love.
Okay. So
we've stopped holding hands.
We're both we both don't live where we live currently, right?
What?
We used to live other places.
Yeah.
I used to live very up, and he used to live very south.
Not very south.
In comparison to me.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Relative within the province of Canada in which we live.
True. The province of Canada?
Yeah.
Oh.
We live in a province of Canada. Where did you think we live?
I thought you were Canada's a province.
No.
I was like, this is some American
within
propaganda.
This province of Canada.
Yeah. Anyway, so we both met when we went to university for theater education.
It's true. I should also clarify, not how to educate people through theater. No. We were getting educated about theater.
And the two of us were yeah, we're gonna totally go. We're gonna both be incredible actors or whatever.
That was the goal.
Plan. That was the goal. And in the end, we died. No.
Not in this timeline.
Sorry, I got slipped up. But okay, so we met at the orientation for this university where we attended.
It's true.
And I remember it from my perspective. I'll tell my perspective, then Ryan can tell his perspective.
Sure.
So we go in. So I'm like looking for the lineup of people in my first year who are like theater people. Like
Right.
I'm looking for the theater group, and I find it. And there's a bunch of random people. A lot of them are really pretty, also, like unbelievably attractive.
I don't remember that sticking out in my mind.
Well,
but go on.
You're not a fucking like guy like me.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but please continue.
Anyways, so I go. I'm with the pretty folks, and I'm like hanging out, whatever. And then like I think we're all lined up. Yeah, I think we all lined up to do this tour.
There's a lot of lining up in these kinds of things.
And I saw him. I saw this dude, Ryan, and I noticed that he had a Ninja Sex Party pin.
It's true.
And I was like, oh, this guy seems pretty cool. He's got a Ninja Sex Party thing. So I popped over to say hello to him. And he's said hello back. And then I was like, do you play Dungeons and Dragons? He was like, no. I was like, well, let me tell you about it. And then throughout the entirety of the next, I think 3 or so days, I explained to him everything I knew about Dungeons and Dragons. And then after that, we were pretty well set. Like, I would hang out with him all the time. I would do very, very dumb things in front of him. And he didn't think that, like, that was bad or dumb or whatever. And that's really nice. It's really nice of him.
That's a sweet story.
Yeah. How do you remember it going down?
This, I suppose, relates to something that can be my sharing spectacular thing, which is, I have a very selective memory.
Oh my God.
So if I don't think to myself at the time that I need to, like, consciously remember something, I might forget.
Did you forget how we met?
I don't remember any of that.
Oh my God!
I remember talking to you, like, later in bits and bobs. This was like 4 years ago.
This was 5 years ago.
It was 5 years, even more so. I have a pretty bad memory. Except for very specific things, which is a little weird.
Did you remember our anniversary?
Anniversary of what?
Meeting!
No.
I do.
When is it?
Oh, like you'll remember if I tell you.
Yeah, so a little detail about me. My memory is weird and not amazing. Except for certain things, which it's
Tell me something that you remember that's, like, weird to remember. That's, like, fine to say.
Like in terms of memory or something that I'm able to remember?
In terms of memory, like what would
In terms of memory, specifically, I'm thinking of, I'm very good at memorizing lines for acting.
That's true.
I'm very quick to memorize lines.
It's true. If I gave him a piece of paper, he could memorize it.
It's true. And I don't know why, because my long-term memory isn't amazing. My short-term memory also isn't amazing, but for some reason, I can memorize lines.
That's really good.
Yeah, thank you. That's a little bit of Kevin and Ryan lore for you.
Yeah, pretty soon you guys will be able to determine exactly where we are.
Yep.
And then you'll come to our home and kill us.
Yep.
Take our place.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
That's the end goal of this show, The Platform. And speaking of this show, why don't we do what we do on this show, which is tell a story?
I agree.
Yeah. I'm going to get a wonderful suggestion for our story today. And just as a reminder, if anybody's interested, if you're enjoying the show, if you like it, if you like us, if you hate us, if you are neutral towards us, but you want to interact with another human being, because God knows we're all drifting apart these days.
Like, or you're bored.
Or also you're bored. For literally any reason, if you want to reach out to us and make us some kind of suggestion for a story, you can either do it online via our many social media accounts. You can email us at platform.pod.show at gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at the.platform.podcast, or we also have a Facebook page, The Platform Podcast. You can reach out to us through any of these means.
True.
DM or public post.
Yeah. And one-word suggestions.
Yeah, you can send us a one-word suggestion, and we'll use it on the show.
Indeed.
So there you go. Okay, so our one-word suggestion for today is a workplace.
A workplace?
A workplace. And this workplace is a golf course.
Golfing.
Golf course.
Alrighty.
Get a good stretch. Stretch.
Make
Make your muscles big then small. You're barely moving. You're just kind of looking up.
Please stop. You're not helping.
I'm sorry.
Ready.
Shall I begin the title?
Begin the title.
I will. The title of this story, which takes place at a golf course, or at least is related to one,
God willing,
is Balls
in
the
Hole.
Please
Pick
your
balls.
Balls in the hole, please. Pick your balls. All right. That's the title of the story. Here we go.
So we are, I'm thinking like we're setting the scene, right?
Yeah.
We're here we are in this large green field, rolling hills, and flags adorn the entire field. It's like zooming down from the sky towards this
like through the clouds.
Yeah, through the clouds. And it gets really close down. And then we see a basket. And inside the basket, we see, like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, maybe.
20
little balls
Ooh.
in the basket. They shift and shake and, like, jumble and, like, bounce all around until one of them, a orange ball, clanks against a yellow ball. And we hear a voice. Ooh! Hey! I'm rolling here.
Oh, sorry, I'm new.
You know?
I'm new.
What's your name?
My name's Orangey.
With me, I'm Yolondo.
This'll make it easy. Hey, Yolando.
Hey, Orangey.
It's nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Do you think our voices sound too similar?
No.
Yeah, they're distinct. You're right. Where am I from?
Yeah, where are you from?
Well, I've just popped fresh out of the pipe, out of the womb, out of the factory, buddy.
Oh, cool.
I'm freshly made and filled with honey. Remember when that was an old myth?
I remember that myth.
Yeah.
I remember it well.
It's not true.
Me, on the other hand, I've got many ripples across my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From the many strokes you've received over the years. Not of the medical kind, but of the hit kind.
And of the medical kind.
And I'm sorry.
My health is not great.
I'm sorry to assume.
That's all right.
Should get that looked at.
Whoa!
Whoa!
As they bump over a hill, the cart, being driven by the nameless guy, like, continues moving forward. This is a very bumpy ride.
Oh, so I'm excited for my first day. Where are we going? What does the day sort of normally look like for you as a ball?
Well, first, occasionally, I get polished.
That's fun.
Then I get put back into the basket.
Oh.
That's okay, though.
Okay.
Because most of the people I know are in the basket.
That's fun. So the basket's the place to be.
In general.
Hey, who else is in the basket?
I'm in the basket.
What's your name, buddy? Franklin.
Hi, Franklin.
Hi. I'm near the bottom.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Franklin's got like a dent in him.
It's okay. Nobody tends to hit me because I fly weird.
Franklin's a weirdo.
I got a right-hand curve, no matter what. People assume it's their fault. It's not. It's me.
Shut up, Franklin.
Sorry, Paul.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
I'm Paul.
Hey, Paul. I'm Orangey.
I can tell. Sorry, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I appreciate your humor, Paul.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
You're all right?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Yeah. Well, Paul over there, he's kind of overstuffed. They put a bit too much cork in him when
They put too much cork in him.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sound like the other guy.
Yeah, you are.
My voice was more like here.
Maybe.
We've already done 4 characters, and that's pretty much our limit. Whoa! It's a bumpy ride here on the golf course.
The cart stops.
Oh, we've arrived.
Yes, we have.
What does that mean?
It means it's time to get whacked.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hey, listen. I know you've probably been at the golf course. How long have you been at the golf course?
2.
Yolando?
2.
2 of them?
2.
Cool.
Used to be a mini putt. Was there for 4.
Wow.
But now I'm here for 2.
Wow. I don't think the balls that they use for the mini putt are the same as a golf course.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Oh, is that why you're yellow?
And everyone else is orange.
Oh. Well, do you have any tips and tricks for me? Because I really want. I'm excited. You know, I want this to be the best time of my life. I have a feeling that this is gonna be my new favorite spot in the whole wide world. Do you have any tips for me? I'm what's the word for when you're excited? I'm optimistic.
I got a tip for you.
What?
Eat my dust.
What?
As a hand and grabs some balls from the bin.
Hey, Yolando, where'd you go?
I'm in the palm as well.
Oh my god.
The 2 people golfing set up orange, yellow ball, and one of them goes down to strike the ball. First, it's going to be the orange one. Here's the deal, Orangey.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't tell you this part, but whichever one of us gets in that hole first gets to go to heaven.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
I didn't tell you this because I didn't think I could trust you. But now that we're out of the bin and those motherfuckers can't hear, I believe it. I believe they go to heaven because as soon as they get in the hole, I never see them again.
Oh my god. Have you ever been in the hole?
No, obviously not. That's why I'm still here.
Oh my god. So the people who go in the hole never come back?
True. Yes.
Wait, I heard rumors at the factory, but I never thought they were true.
If you go into the hole first, you never come back. I've been in the hole slightly, but then, they immediately grab me, so I can't go to heaven.
No. Did you get a glimpse of the afterlife?
Well, I didn't, but I'm sure as shit doing it this time, so you're gonna eat my fucking dust, do you hear me?
Oh, do we have some kind of rivalry going now?
Maybe.
Is it every ball for himself?
It's every ball for his fucking self!
Oh, God.
The, guy lines up the stroke against the orange ball. The large mallet comes to down to gently touch the ball.
And as it does, Orangey thinks back to his time in the factory when he was just a baby golf ball, which is to say 2 halves of a golf ball that have not yet been filled with stuff. Nobody knows what goes in there. Nobody knows. Not a single person knows. Don't write in and tell us what's in a golf ball.
Didn't we say cork?
We've said cork and also honey, but nobody knows for sure.
It's true.
It's a trade secret. And he thinks back to his time in the factory when his big Papa golf ball, aka the ball that happened to be next to him, was telling him all about the wonderful land of the golf course.
It's a beautiful place, my boy.
Really, Papa? Is it the coolest place you'll ever go? Is it utopia?
It's much better than mini putt.
Wow.
It's a beautiful green place.
Wow. Amazing.
You're struck by a mallet, and it's scary at first, but the exhilarating thrill of flying.
What does it feel like to be struck by a mallet, Papa? Does it hurt?
It does.
Oh.
But it's the good kind of pain.
Oh, the kind that makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
Like bungee jumping.
You know what that is?
I saw one of the treadmill workers reading a magazine.
Oh, you're right. I assume I wasn't there. But, yeah, no, it's a thrilling, exhilarating time.
Wow. I'm sure it'll be everything I ever dreamed of. Thanks, Papa.
Listen to me.
What?
If I can impart one bit of wisdom on you.
Yeah, lots of wisdom today. It's a wise kind of a day.
Listen to me. You are only as good as your fellow Ball.
Oh,
Remember that.
okay. It's kind of vague. Am I going to find out what it means later?
Maybe.
Cut back. The metal mallet arcs back. The man poises in a perfect stance. Orangey holds his golf ball breath.
Listen to me, you motherfucker. Yolando speaks. I will destroy you. If it means I can see the pearly gates of heaven.
Orangey thinks to himself, it's a little bit different from how Dad's described it, but maybe this is all some kind of elaborate ruse. I'm sure we're going to end up working together in some way or another. What?
The cutting wind slams down as impact makes metal against plastic. Like a rocket ship, it scores through the air. The winds move through it as it is carried with the momentum of the shot, the wind pushing against it from one side. Orangey, mid-air, contemplates this moment.
He looks around. He can see the whole world.
He can see speed itself.
He can see time itself. He looks up.
The sky.
He gets a glimpse.
The sun.
Is this what heaven is? To fly free forever?
As his momentum continues, he feels it lessening.
No.
It's going downwards.
No. He thought he could fly forever. Maybe someday. Maybe that's what heaven is. Maybe it's...
Every impact solid and dangerous.
Whoa.
The dirt reels itself and covers him as he impacts the soft grass.
He slowly rolls to a stop. Dazed, he looks around.
Nothing but wide open green grass, but not dark green.
Light green. He's on the fairway.
The fairway.
Wow.
Halt! A booming voice echoes. Who be this who enters the land of the fairway?
Orangey looks around. He can't see where the voice is coming from. It is I, Orangey. I come from the land of the factory.
The factory!
I don't know what's in me. It's a trade secret.
The ground itself shudders and booms with the sound of the voice.
Whoa!
Here upon the fairway, you have passage. Forward, but you must remain upon our path, lest ye venture into the rough. The rough.
Whoa. Okay, I'll try my best. Hang on. Is any of this in my control?
Nay, you are symbiotic with the mallet. Its swing determines your path. You determine your trajectory.
Oh. I never knew there was so much responsibility in being hit.
Ask ye a question before your time comes, Ball.
I get one question?
Yay.
Oh. Orangey thinks. His mind is racing. He has so many questions. He's heard so much about the fairway ever since his time in the factory. His time in the bucket. His time on the van. He spent a lot of time in a lot of places. Now here he is, the place he always dreamed of being. And he's overwhelmed. His mind races. His golf ball mouth goes dry. And then suddenly, the words spill out of him. The question he's been wondering all along. Why am I here?
You are here to move forward.
Move forward.
The mallet will guide ye.
Move forward to where?
The hole!
hole. The trees around seem to shake and reverberate with countless voices chanting, the hole, the hole, hole, the hole, hole. Orangey gulps.
A sound. Tires upon grass. The mallet has returned.
Oh, thank you for your wisdom, whoever you are.
Begone now from the fairways. Pray we meet again.
I will. I'll keep moving forward, I promise.
The club brings itself back down. Orangey stares into its metallic visage.
It shines in the afternoon sunlight.
Orangey sees themselves. But what's this? A slight dent upon its sheen from the factory.
What? Wait. How can this have happened? In this fraction of a moment, Orangey seems to stare forever at themselves, reflected in this club. Its only tethering to this earth, its only meaning, its only means of moving forward. This club is everything to Orangey. This club is Orangey's future, past, and present, all in one swift stroke.
The club moves up.
Wait, no, I'm not ready. I have so many questions. What if...
Impact once more. Wind shifts through Orangey as it rockets forward.
Tears in Orangey's golf ball eyes as he soars through the air.
This time he is disoriented. There is no clear blue sky. There is nothing. He is off course.
He's off course.
Off course.
The club has betrayed him. The club sensed his hesitation, his doubt, and it sent him this way.
Before he can even consider this, the golf ball, it impacts against hard grass. Difficult grass that seeks to grasp and control him. He is now on the rough. Rough.
He rolls to a stop. His vision now is obscured. He looks around, but all above him, above his head, the grass here, it's taller, it's darker, it's less welcoming. It seems to move with a mind of its own, rippling in the breeze, rippling around him. He looks up, trees overhead, blocking the once glorious sky. Orangey doesn't know what to do. Will the club find him again? Is this the end? How will he get out of the rough?
Who's there?
It is I, Orangey, son of my dad, from the land of the factory, filled with either cork, honey, or some other thing.
Thou hast entered the rough. Your mallet cares not for your trajectory.
What? But I didn't do anything wrong. I flew like I always have, like I did the first time.
Fate and motion hold no purpose, young ball. They are not in tandem, they are in tension. Your continuous movement will only lead ye further from what is truth.
Truth?
Truth.
What is truth?
Truth, my boy, is that at every moment you will be hampered. There is no succor, no safety, and no rest for those who travel.
But what about my purpose? I need to keep moving forward towards a goal, right? I have a goal. There's an end in sight. And I need to reach it.
You have many questions to ask. Ask them. We will be here for eternity.
How did you get here?
I have always been here. Before the blades scored my brethren and made them clear. Before the footfalls of Rapper and the erasure of Tyre, I was here. I was grazed upon by giants, and I was treaded by gods. I harried them even then. Disease, creatures, bugs. I stopped their passage and blocked their fields. And in my strongest actions, I sprouted spears of the earth to mark them and to harry them.
Your only purpose is to stop? To block? To prevent? Prevent what? Progress?
Passage. There is no progress, for it is done already. The world built. I am its keeper, its arbiter. I am the one who stops from the progress being undone.
No, I won't let you. I won't let you stop my progress. I've been told by everyone that all I've ever needed is to keep moving forward. That's what I'm designed for.
Ye are small, round and smoothed by plastic. Yes, you move forward, but you will find yourself weakened by every movement. Instead, stay here and be encompassed by us. You only delay your inevitable demise, young ball.
And as Orangey sits in the tall grass, the dappled sunlight reflecting off of his plasticky hide, he listens to the wind in the trees rustling the leaves. He listens to the ancient voices of times gone by moving through the grass. And suddenly a sense of peace. A sense of peace begins to come over him. A sense of acceptance. Maybe this is the way things are. Maybe he should stay here a while. Maybe he should give it all up. He's only a ball, after all. And just as Orangey begins to slip away,
like a pendulum swing, it meets him.
the club has found him yet again. And Orangey is spiraled out of his elusive sitting state into another perpetual vortex, a whirlwind of euphoric light as he blasts out of the tree cover and over the golf course once again.
Here, though, in the height of the sky, the arc of the swing, there is a moment of no momentum.
A moment of weightlessness.
Weightlessness, a spin on the ball.
Orangey's trapped in an eternity, in a moment, spinning forever, viewing sky and earth, tree and water, air and light all at once, blurring together.
Ye are not meant to be here, young ball. Down ye must go.
Wait, I want to be here. I want to be away from it all. There's so many voices in my head. The club, the grass, the trees, the balls. They're surrounding me. I don't know what to do.
Hold steady.
Help me! Help me!
Hold steady.
And he plummets back down to the earth again.
A sudden hit. Only one hit. No movement.
just one, dust and sand fall down like raindrops as it lands in the bunker.
Ugh. It's so dry. Orangey looks around. He is surrounded by multitudes, infinity, infinitum, but rather than the lush grass splitting upwards, weaving in the air, it is instead particulates, infinite in their smallness, gathered around him.
A reverberation of the sand. It seems awakened by the impact.
Who's here to visit me?
It is I, Orangey, from the land of the factory, filled with uncertainty.
Certainty, uncertainty. What are these words you speak?
I've seen a lot in my travels. I haven't been here long, but I've met many people. Trees, forests, grass, blades, clubs. I've seen the light and the dark, the shimmering and the opaque. I've seen it all, I think. What more can there be?
Disregard it all, boy. Disregard it. It all is filled with anxiety. Here, within the land of the bunker, the bunker, there is a certain understanding that out of your control is everything. The mallet, it swings wildly, and the ball, well, it travels where it will go. There's many who like to think there's a technique, a purpose, but in truth, they all eventually end up in the bunker.
But am I wrong to be here? I was told I need to find the hole. I need to keep moving forward. I should be on the fairway where it's smooth and calm, where the grass is short and the trees are distant, where the sun shines on me, not in this sandy prison.
Should be, shouldn't be. Doesn't really matter. Does it really matter? It is. And what it is you're here, within my sand trap. So, make yourself comfortable. For if you were supposed to be in those other places, wouldn't you have been there already?
Orangey's confused by this. The sand trap doesn't seem to talk like the other places. The sand trap seems to be in its own little world. At first, Orangey's put off by this. How could the sand trap be so selfish? Why doesn't the sand trap listen to other people? How can it not take into account how Orangey feels? But then Orangey sits, and he's enveloped by the particulates, cool and warm both at once. The sun shines on his surface, reflected over the overhang of grass just above him. He looks back. He sees the cart in the distance, approaching. He's suddenly overwhelmed with uncertainty. Again, this day has been uncertainty upon uncertainty. He's not sure he wants to leave, not because he falls into a stupor, not because he is overwhelmed by the beauty of nature or the destiny of his journey. He's overwhelmed by another feeling. He's overwhelmed by a satisfaction. Would it be so wrong to stay in one place, at least for a little while?
You seem upset, little ball.
I just don't understand. All I've ever been told is that I'm supposed to fly. I'm supposed to land. I'm supposed to roll. I'm supposed to move. I'm supposed to travel. That's what I was made for.
Ye are two halves, stitched together. One is solid. One resists the swing, and the other travels along its path. Ye are built of contradictions, but to find your purpose, I've been told, is to look inside. Ask what it is you're made out of. I know what I am made of. Yea, I am made of sand, and I stop those who come. I tell them of their certainties and uncertainties, and I tell them none of it really matters. For I am sand, and one day everything will be. Oh, but hark, the mallet has returned. Goodbye, little ball.
Orangey looks at his reflection, reflected in the cold, smooth steel of the mallet once again, and he reflects again, only for an infinite moment, of what he is made of on the inside. He's launched.
An enormous explosion of sand filters all about him as he is moved not far. He arcs up high and then he rolls.
He lands on a surface, the likes of which he's never felt.
But his movement continues.
Continues onwards.
Onward.
And onward. He gains momentum. He rolls. He's never rolled like this before.
But what's that before him? The sky. Upon the ground. He's rolling toward it. Faster and faster.
It seems to reflect. It seems to ripple. He's heard of this. He's heard of this. The water hazard. Orangey's short, round, smooth life flashes before his eyes. He thinks again of his time in the factory, of his father warning him about the water hazard.
The water hazard! Ye shall never travel to the water hazard!
Those who travel to the water hazard, Orangey has learned, are never seen again. Orangey gasps. He hears shouting, footsteps behind him. He hears running. He hears waving. Orangey looks at his reflection, getting closer and closer in the shimmering liquid before him. He begins to plummet. He plummets down, moving through grass, moving through sand, moving through air and through time, hurtling towards the inevitability of the water hazard when suddenly, boom! Yeah, I got it! He's in a hand once more.
Good save, man. Thanks.
He's contained.
Constricted.
Within the soft, warm, leathery feeling of a man's palm.
The man brings it up to his face. He sees now holes upon a smooth ball. There is one hole, large and filled with smaller tree-like appendages popping down from its own set of red grass. He sees there two holes adjoined on a large overarching cliffside. Two cavernous depths, pools that look to be water hazards themselves, just above those holes. And a smooth ball, pink and red, across the sides of its cliff faces. It is burnt. It is dry like the sand bunker. And upon its head, a large, shaded roof of some kind. The hand looks onto the ball.
Orangey has never seen anything like this before. Never so close. He's catched glimpses. A chin, a nose. But he's never been held up. He's never seen it with his full face. And he finds himself eye to eye with that being, that thing with controls his every movement, his every action.
He is looking at the mallet. Now, where were you going, little ball?
Orangey catches his voice in his mouth. The mallet, it's talking. He chokes. Where did you send me?
Sorry. I haven't gotten out to play in a while, little guy. You know, I have a lot to do at work, but, you know, we try to make time. He's moving with the ball. They're walking towards some place.
In the distance, he hears another voice. Yeah, I was kind of over there.
I agree. What do you think, huh? Were you kind of over there?
Orangey has no idea what to say. This matter of physics and power, this matter of rotation and speed, of velocity, everything has been so certain, at least in his mind, up until this day. He was certain of his purpose. He was certain of where he would go, how it would be, what he would do. And now, this thing, this mallet, this man is casting him onto the final resting place that he has been promised for all these years. He is casting him with what? Abandon? Recklessness? Orangey says nothing.
Hey, Chuck.
Yeah.
You ever think what it'd be like to be a ball?
Maybe. It's probably a lot easier than being me. Orangey finds himself on the ground. He's been placed with speed, but certainty, gentleness. He no longer rolls. He sits on the flatness of the green.
The green.
The green.
But no voice comes from below. A voice instead comes from just a few yards south. Landing next to Orangey, the yellow visage of the mini pot ball.
Yolanda.
There you are.
Yolanda, you're here.
I said I'd be here, didn't I?
But we went on such different paths. We've seen such different things. Why are you here next to me?
I went after you. I made it onto the rough. Then I was clipped on a tree. And then finally, I made it onto the green for 3 strokes. But now I'm here. And the mallet, it's guided me here. And the hole. Look, Orangey, the hole!
Orangey's gaze moves slowly over to a chasm,
Marked by a huge tower.
seemingly unending, stretching into the heavens.
A large banner upon its top.
Orangey listens. He waits. But he's uncertain. The green feels different. No voices come to him. He listens. He cranes with all his might for a voice, some kind of guidance, some kind of certainty. But it seems that now, at the end of his journey, he's on his own.
Listen to me, you little ball. I won't let you get in that hole.
Orangey looks over at Yolanda. A ball he had met, what? A day prior? An hour? A minute? It's impossible to tell now, and his eyes, his golf ball eyes, gaze and wander over Yolanda's chiseled, deformed body. He didn't appreciate before the wear, the pock marks, the grass stains. Yolanda has seen things that Orangey now knows he can only imagine.
You foolish little orange ball. You fly so well in the sky, but now that I am here, you are doomed. For you see, I was built for this. I was built to pot.
As he speaks,
A new mallet comes down next to Orangey.
a new kind of mallet.
Thin and small. It is bent over by the mallet itself.
It doesn't shine in the sun like the others, but rather has a dull, unfinished, gray sheen. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't glint. It simply is.
Perhaps there is no polish at the end.
It is round and it is cold, and it is pulled back.
Not infinitely. It is pulled back close. And then brought forward, not with power, but with a gentle as Orangey is sent forward but a few meters, rolling against the ground.
He rolls. He comes to a halt once more, the hole ever closer. It does not beckon him. It has no voice. Orangey is alone.
I'm coming for you.
The yellow ball surpasses him. It seems to hurtle towards the hole. Perhaps this is it.
Have you nothing to say, Orangey?
Orangey says nothing. But then Yolanda hits a curve. And he veers only to the right.
No,
And overshoots the hole by a few inches.
not again.
Yolanda teeters near the edge of paradise. Orangey sits, baking, steaming in the sun, viewing all this in a way he never has. Is this important? Is this what it has all led to?
I must get into the hole. I must. It's my purpose. I must.
Orangey feels nothing. The mallet strikes him once more.
It moves towards the rim of the hole. Yolanda screeches as Orangey clips
Flies
Over.
for but a moment.
over the hole before landing on the other side of it.
A screech from the yellow ball.
Why do you stay still? Why do you not speak? This is the most important moment of your life and you don't speak! Speak!
Orangey looks at the yellow ball. He tries to think of something to say. Something that will encapsulate all that he's seen and all that he feels. But before he can, the mallet is brought downwards. Both balls teetering on the edge of paradise, on the edge of freedom, on the edge of meaning, when suddenly,
Pulling out from the hole itself, the tower emerges in its place on the side of the grass.
the yellow ball
Gasps. It's happening. It's happening. The mallet. Deliver me.
A mallet is placed behind the yellow ball.
Huh?
It is brought back. Orangey closes his eyes.
Orangey. Should I be wrong? Remember me.
The yellow ball disappears into the hole. Orangey sits.
A moment passes. Another moment. A third.
And then a mallet appears behind him. There's nobody else now. Just the mallet and Orangey. He looks once more at this instrument which appears behind him so frequently. He gazes at his dappled reflection, muddied within it, and he feels nothing.
A tiny tap. Teetering on the edge. On the edge of the hole. Hello, young ball.
Hello?
Have you anything to ask?
I've had a lot of questions up till now. It seems funny, but I can't think of anything.
And so it shall be.
Hey, that's
the end of it.
That's the end of. Oh my god. Okay, well, that was fun.
That was great.
Lot going on in that one, I think.
That was amazing.
That was fun. That was cool.
Really cool.
There was a lot of like profound imagery and stuff.
Lore.
There's lore in that.
We're like artists.
Yeah, we're doing art over here. Well, what was the moral? What was the moral of that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think the moral of that might be that that like purpose is what you make of it. Others can't define it for you.
Others can't define your purpose.
Others cannot define your purpose, and you can't define others' purposes.
And sometimes you can't define your own purpose.
But that's okay, because you'll get there eventually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, any notes? Anything you liked? Anything you didn't?
I thought that, like, I think that, like, I like that, I kind of like that, like, our format kind of shifted a bit.
Yeah.
Where, like, one of us was, like, the main character, and then one of us were all the side characters.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was fun.
That was really cool.
It was fun.
Yeah. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's kind of my only real note.
Cool. I also liked it. I thought we were doing really well at trusting one another.
Yes.
Because it feels like sometimes it felt like we were very much in like our own zones in this one.
Yeah.
Not to say that we weren't on the same page. I think we were very much on the same page.
Yeah.
But I think it worked because like you said, we've sort of found the roles that we were filling, and we didn't like step over the line of, because typically these stories are very collaborative, and we're both throwing out ideas, and sometimes we both take over one character, and like we're world building and we're doing all that stuff together, and that's very fun, and it's very silly, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But this sort of found a little bit of a different kind of power to it, because like we purposefully were only operating in our own realm, and when it came time for the other person to like move the story along in the way that only they could, we just like let them.
Yeah, exactly.
And we didn't interfere.
Yeah, totally.
So it felt really good. It was really satisfying.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, anything else to say to the good folks at home before we let them go? These episodes are only getting longer and longer.
True. So here's the deal, right? We got platforms.
We got platforms.
For the platform.
Yep.
We have Instagram. We have Facebook.
Yep.
Apple Music.
Yeah, you can find us. We're on Apple Music. We're on Spotify.
We're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube. We're on all those places. You can send us an email.
Yes.
Consider giving us a rating. That would be really helpful if you leave us a rating on whatever sort of platform, hey, you're interacting with us.
We love making these, and we love, I don't know, just doing this for us, for you. So we would love to engage with you.
Yeah.
So if you like it, please consider doing that.
Yeah.
And with all that said, I think there's only one last thing to say. Be safe. Be lovely. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time, everybody.
See you next time.
See you on the course. The old golf
course.
Nothing cooler than two guys in their living room pretending to be an echo.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yep.